Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. You'd think that with Thanksgiving coming up in a few days, that it might be time to start backing off the gas a little so you can sit back and enjoy the finer things in life. But apparently veteran big man Michael Lockett is a strong advocate of the old no days off philosophy. Bright and early Monday morning, a gigantic looking Lockett was seen crushing a few sets of heavy squats as he continues his own personal 2-month-long assault on the off season. From what I'm hearing, sources close to Lockett say that he's really been dialed in over these last few weeks, probably more so than at any time in his career. And when a guy with this level of talent spends his entire offseason training with a chip on his shoulder, it makes you think that he's on the verge of creating all sorts of problems once his 2018 season finally gets rolling. Do you remember that scene in the old Godzilla movies where he goes rampaging through Tokyo and all you see is people running everywhere, scrambling to find someplace safe to hide? Well, I don't know this for a fact, but something tells me that something exactly like this probably happens every time third-year monster in training Steve Orton steps into the gym. Over the weekend, the 290-plus pound Orton released some video from his latest shoulder workout, where we see the monster in training banging out reps with a pair of impossibly heavy-looking dumbbells. In the few times we've seen Orton since he won his pro card, this guy has always been super impressive across the board. So, make sure to be on the lookout for a new and improved Steve Orton to pop up next year at the New Zealand Pro in Arnold, Australia, where he'll have a chance to really come out and shine against some of the top talents in the sport. There comes a moment in every athlete's prep where they can feel like everything is just clicking and starting to fall into place, which is exactly what seems to be going on right now with longtime veteran Clarence DeVis. Over the weekend, DeVis released his latest round of official progress photos, giving his fans a sneak peek at what he's bringing to this weekend's San Marino Pro. For one reason or another, DeVis seems to have taken this prep personally, because from day one, it's felt like he's been on a mission to prove something to everyone else in the bodybuilding world. The great philosopher Alan Watts once said that ego is nothing other than the focus of conscious effort. And a few days from now, DeVis and his team will finally get a chance to find out if the product of all that conscious attention stuff really does work, because this San Marino Pro looks like it's shaping up to be an all-out sprint to the finish line. The older I get, the more I realize how important it is to step up and embrace the struggle sometimes when you want to get ahead. And right now, 212 heavy hitter Hollywood Glen seems like he's ready to embrace it with open arms. After a relatively quiet contest season, Glen has been all but breaking the knob on the volume because he's been turning it up so loud over these past few weeks. And as you can see, the results speak for themselves. Word on the street is that Glen's 2018 preparations are already underway, which means we can probably expect to see him make an uncharacteristic first quarter appearance sometime next March or April. When he's been in shape, we've seen Glen manage to crank out a few really impressive efforts in years past. But if he can carry the momentum all the way into the season as planned, I think we should expect to see him at his all-time best wherever he eventually pops up next. Darren Glen wasn't the only one who made waves last weekend when he announced his 2018 plans, because we also got a peek behind the curtain from longtime veteran Lukas Osladil. A little over 2 months removed from wrapping up his year with a solid 5th place effort back at the Prague Pro, last weekend Osladil announced via Instagram that he was officially throwing his name into the mix for the 2018 Arnold Classic in Arnold, Australia. About 4 years ago, we saw a crazy shredded Osladil manage to bring home a top 8 finish in the 212 division at his first career Arnold Classic. But now that he's been swimming in the waters of the Open division, along with the rest of the big sharks, let's see if he's got enough left in the tank to pull off an impressive dark horse performance for the ages. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.